both very strong and very adept on their feet.
Nor I suppose should it be easy at this stage of the game.
It doesn't get any easier when you get into the finals.
5 seconds.
Stalling on Krebs, right at the buzzer.
2-1. Krebs still in the lead.
Gautier takes the down position. Trailing 2-1. Feels a little bit more comfortable in the down position as opposed to
out here.
The neutral. And there is the reversal. Gautier takes a 3-2 lead over Garrett Krebs.
Minute 42. Jeff Gautier now has the lead 3-2.
Tom Reese looking for back-to-back champions in the 29 and 35-pound weight classes. Krebs has got to come from behind now in period number 3. Stands up and faces him, and did he give him the one?
See anything?
No, he did not give him.
No. He conferred with Howie Madsen. He asked, Rich Beth asked Howie, and they both agreed no. Close. 2 very close calls, one each way here.
Gautier gets the double and still stays in control.
Minute and 13.
As we mentioned, Garrett, returning champion. Last year at 129, moved up 1 weight class this year. Senior wrestler. Gautier, only a junior. See the scoreboard. 55 seconds. 3-2, Gautier. Stalling.
All right, that's a 1 on each now.
On the top.
See the scoreboard showing it it's 52 seconds and a 3-2 lead.
Both wrestlers now must be very cautious. They don't want to give up a stalling point right here. They both have 1 warning. And as you know, the second one means a point.
Gautier doesn't want to give away anything, but if he has to, he can give away 1. He doesn't want to make sure he doesn't get reversed.
Get reversed, right.
The other choice is, does he try for back points? They both have stalling warnings, so it's kind of a tactical situation that both of these kids are in. Krebs may be in the better position right now.
Top man must work for a fall at all times. Whereas Garrett Krebs only has to try to get out.
24 seconds.
They have to hold it at leg. 18.
Almost to the end.
Jeff Gautier, 1-point lead in a very, very close match.
Krebs has got to be thinking escape now and send this match into overtime, Don.
I said earlier, we've only had 1 overtime match all the way through the districts. That came earlier today.
Gautier was trying to put a cradle on.
Every time Garrett stands up, Gautier shoots for that cradle.
6 seconds.
Trying to turn him.
There it is.
Gautier.
I can't hear. Gautier does it.
3-2.
Our district champion, 1986, 135, Jeff Gautier, Toms of the South Indians, 3-2 over Garrett Krebs, Toms of Reese. Now the awards for 129. third place finisher for the Pinlands Wildcats.
29-pound weight class winners. See a good shot of Timmy Rioux over there by the award stand, loosening up for his match later on.
And the district champion, the Raiders of Foxford, is Tony Mangione.
Thanks, Mangione.
Tony Mangione receiving his first place medal. Scotty Kirsch finishing second and Keith Zeck third from time.
141, top seed for Brick Memorial Senior Pete Bonicia, top of the South Senior Bob Palazzo.
Bonicia, one of the area's top wrestlers, 26-0 this year.
Some people think he may be the best in his weight class in the state.
Remember, we had him on the post-match show after they beat Toms of Rioux, and he wasn't pleased with his performance. He felt he wrestled flat.
They hit the floor here.
Serious injury here.
We can't see what happened.
Well, we got it on camera there. They both had bear hugs on, and they tumbled off the edge of the mat right in front of our scores table.
Palazzo hurt. Bonicia jumped right up.
It looks like the elbow, Don. There's a picture of Bonicia. Neither wrestler was at fault there.
They both had each other in similar holds. What happens? You get both arms locked up, each other, and when you go down, you don't have any stopping power.
Looks like Doc Solt is working on the elbow there, the right arm.
Dave Solt, the trainer here at Toms River High School East, and of course, throughout this
good picture of Palazzo
tournament. You see Dave Solt on the left.
With John DeMarco in the corner.
Looks like Bob may be hurting a little bit.
Working on his right elbow.
All right, we'll take a break.
Take a timeout.
In on the double, nice takedown.
Makes
it 4-1.
4-1 with 25 seconds to go here in the first period.
He's the nephew of Jeff Parker, who we had on a pre-match show.
Don, both wrestlers had a very tough semifinal match. Kevin Muller pulling his out right at the buzzer for a 6-5 win over Leonard Thomas from Lakewood, and Sean pulling his out against Joe McCabe from Brick Memorial 10-8. What effect is that going to have on these two going into the finals?
Oh, this doesn't help. It just doesn't help you. You'll find out in the third period here. They'll tell you what kind of effect. It also has a psychological effect where you get yourself pumped up or not. Again, for another, what should be a very close and tough match for both kids.
Okay, Muller escapes there, and they're in neutral position, so that makes the score 4-2.
Sean looks a little quicker on his feet, and Kevin comes off the bottom. I was thinking Paul for a second.
I'm sorry.
Guys, just go ahead, Ken.
Since we didn't have Central on our dual meet schedule, I want to mention that coach in the corner for Central is a former Lakewood State champion, Doug Parisi.
Doug Parisi.
He was a great one. And his assistant is Jimmy Applegate, former Eagle wrestler.
We have Dave Solt here. Maybe you could clear up what happened, Dave, over there in the 141-pound weight class.
Well, when he landed, it looked like he twisted his elbow. And the joint looked pretty good, but what we were concerned about is that he had some weakness in the forearm and hand, and we certainly didn't want to make that injury any worse than it was.
Thanks, Dave.
He's going to the regionals anyway.
Right, and I heard Dave mention that to him, that there's no sense making a minor injury a serious one.
And not go at all. If you went out and you're there anyway, the object's to get to the regionals, to get to the next step, so he's there anyway. It does hurt you because the number one seeds, the winners here will get better seeds.
Right. He'll have to wrestle Wednesday night now.
He's going to have to win. He's going to have to wrestle Wednesday night someone who won in another. More than likely, someone who won. Who came in second.
He'll wrestle a runner-up. The winners will have off Wednesday night.
That's right. The winners he'll wrestle
a runner-up.
A number 3
There's
person.
Jeff Parker, who we had on a pre-match show, watching his nephew, Sean Myers. Former state champion, urging his nephew on to win a district title.
Takedown 6-5.
Good shot by our crew.
And
Myers comes out, right?
7-5.
7-5 with a minute remaining here in period 2.
Guys, I got to ask our director, Mary Beth Duffy, if she can get maybe Cliff Adams to get a shot of the Central Regional coaches to our right, because there's a reason for this, folks. I got to do this. I got to get him on camera. The two coaches of Central Regional over in our far right. One of them standing up right now is the one I wanted to get the shot of, Jimmy Applegate, former Golden Eagle wrestler. There's Jimmy Applegate right there, standing up on the left, and Doug Parisi, the former Lakewood State champ. Applegate wearing the tie. I work with his mother, and she told him to make sure he wore a tie tonight in case he got on Channel 8. We had to get him on camera. He dressed up for Channel 8.
Myers near the edge.
25 seconds.
Jimmy wrestled with the great Glenn Kelly. Remember him?
Yes, I do.
At Central.
101 pounder, wasn't it?
Right. They had some real good teams. I guess that was when Frank Majeri had the program rolling.
Yeah, you had the Marco Ayers who wrestled here tonight. Their older brothers were there.
Al Ayers.
Doug Parisi, of course, the coach of Central, former coach at Temple University for a few years
There's a
down.
shot of Doug and his assistant. Doing a neutral.
Thanks,
No points.
thanks, Mary Beth and Cliff. You'll keep me out of trouble now when I go back to work Monday. If they hadn't got on, after he dressed up and didn't get on camera, I would have been in trouble.
Kevin Muller's choice took neutral.
Right, going into the third period, he trails 7-5, needing a takedown to tie this matchup.
Paul Muller, the older brother here of Kevin, is wrestling at Kane College.
Kevin's father back in the corner there, sitting with Mike Emanuel, the Lacey coach.
And Darnell Myers is at Morgan State.
The Bear. Both wrestlers trying to throw there. Mower still trails 7-5 here.
There's Jeff.
1 minute 20 seconds left.
What an exciting wrestler he was. Jeff Parker, Louisiana State University, Toms River High School South, two-time state champ. I tell you, that just amazes me. Anybody that can win a state championship once in wrestling, but to do it twice, repeat, has really got to be an accomplishment.
Neither wrestler doing too much here in this third period, Don. Kevin's going to have to make his move pretty quick. He's got 50 seconds to go.
A lot of these kids are going to wrestle in college.
Both get stalling.
They both got them, right?
There.
A lot of these kids are going to college, wrestle there. We've got a lot of kids wrestling now. Joe Hodge, who was a standout here at East, people remember, is at Penn State. Kevin Muller trying to get the takedown. Almost had it and lost it.
And Sean grabs a hold of that leg. Got out of that pretty nice. Stalemate time. There it is.
I got another trivia question, guys. Can you tell me who the all-time victory man is in Ocean County Wrestling? Most career victories?
Yes. Jackson Township.
Jackson Township, right.
You got it. That was too easy.
Lou Durant.
Lou Durant. 118 wins.
15 seconds here.
10 seconds, 7-5 lead for Myers.
Kevin Muller needs a takedown.
There's Parisi and Applegate in the corner of your screen. The Central coaches.
5 seconds remaining. He had over 100 wins, I think, Durant did.
118.
118.
Won a state championship his senior year, Lou Durant. Well, this one
Myers 7-5.
is going to Sean Myers.
Nice show of sportsmanship there in the middle.
From Central Regional High School. Sean Myers, 7-5 win over Kevin Muller of Lacey. Good match.
7-5, Sean Myers.
Now the awards for 141. Third place finisher from the Golden Eagles of Central, Marco Ayers. Runner-up,
Palazzo and Pete Bonicia.
And our district champ from the Mustangs of Brick Memorial, Pete Bonicia.
Howdy. Caravella. You need 6 points for 200. Never been done before.
You see the 3 airs on the right.
You pick up 4 for each match.
Now wrestling, 158. Top seeded for Brick Memorial Senior, Dean Albanese. Albanese Senior, Gant.
Okay, Brick Memorial needs 6 points to score 200 team points. As best of our knowledge, it's never been done before.
We're going to see history made tonight, folks.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I think they got a good shot at it.
Albanese and Martin have to do it.
They get
Albanese in against Don Gant here from Tom's River East, who's going to try not to let that happen.
whoever wins this match will get 4 team points. And if you win it by a pin, you'll get 2 extras.
Albanese comes in at 23-3. The Memorial Wrestlers have a lot of matches, mainly because they have gone to the finals of the Shore Conference and also to the States.
Right.
Third place, one of the young men that helped Phil Federico's Wildcats of Pinlands make such a great showing team-wise. Dave Johnson of Pinlands, a senior, won 12-5 over senior Paul Peterson of Toms River North to take third place.
Gant comes in 13-7-2 in a very tough weight class, 158 pounds. Gant pinning Alex Padre from Brick in 3 minutes and 55 seconds, and then in the semis beat Paul Peterson 16-8. While Albanese beat Dan DeCourcy from Lakewood in 3 minutes via pin, and then pinned Dave Johnson from Pinelands in 1 minute and 15 seconds. So Albanese has had 2 pins getting into the finals here.
Ed, you mentioned the name DeCourcy of Lakewood Wrestling. That's unusual. That name was very, very big in basketball.
Oops, right.
The great Pierre DeCourcy, followed by his younger brother Jose DeCourcy. Of course, led Bob Nastis and the Lakewood Pioneers in many great victories. Could be one of the sons coming along wrestling.
Neutral position still with 36 seconds left in period number 1. Don in on a single leg and picks up 2 right on the edge. Gant takes 2-0 lead.
27 seconds here.
On deck is Bob Martin and Bob Peshko, Brook Memorial and Pineland.
I think that's going to be a good one.
Yes, it is.
2 tough kids.
I'm waiting for the heavyweight. I have to be honest. I don't always, the heavyweight doesn't always have a lot of skill, but
Albanese reverses Gant and ties it at 2.
14 seconds to go.
Albanese, very big upper body, uses a lot of power and strength in his wrestling style. While Gant, also big in the upper body, but more of a class wrestler.
Albanese probably has the thickest muscle structure of anybody in the tournament.
Right.
At the end of the period, 2-2.
Okay, Albanese defers his choice that he won, and Gant
Took a neutral.
takes a neutral position. Having taken him down in the first period, he wants to try and duplicate that. Looks for that leg, and they're off the mat.
Of course, all the coaches will vote for a most outstanding wrestler.
In on the leg.
Albanese beat Gant twice. Albanese gets it. 2 point. The Billy Klunk in the corner there for Toms River East. Shouting encouragement to Gant as Gant falls behind 4-2.
I was mentioning all the coaches vote for the most outstanding wrestler in the districts, and we'll have that.
Some tilt points.
We'll have that outstanding wrestler on our post-match show.
You see Keith Parker has three fingers up, so Dean is going to pick up 3 back points here. 59 seconds, period 2.
I misread the clock. I thought there was only 5 seconds. It was 1:05.
I should keep apologizing, but it is really difficult to see it.
Picks up the 3, makes it 7-2 Albany's.
Out of bounds, Ted Frackless is an old wrestling official. I shouldn't say old, but wrestling official.
Coached at Ocean County College, didn't he?
Yep, was the head coach when Ocean County College had a team and wrestled at Lehigh University.
It's not a bad place to wrestle.
No, he's chairman of the math department at Ocean County College. Sitting right straight across from us.
A nice shot of the crowd here at East. Like we mentioned before, just about a packed house. In fact, they're standing in the aisles and sitting on the floor all around the gym.
Here you see Cliff Adams, who's working right on the mat, right on the edge of the mat. And there's Lisa White on the opposite end of the mat.
Right in front of the TRE coaches.
And there's Joan Kerwick, who's got the highest view of all the Channel 8 crew up on top of the scaffolding here.
7-2 lead for Dean Albany's with 23 seconds left in period number 2.
Seconds. Seconds. End of second period.
Okay, Albany's took control of that second period, Don, and Gant's got to come from behind now. 7-2, he trails.
Once again, Brick Memorial seems to fight off the tide during the match and then starts to dominate a little bit as they go along. Donnie Gant needs some points.
Caution on the top. Gant. They each have a caution now. Gant grabs a hold.
Gant tried to put a cradle on, and Albany's arched his back up to prevent it. The crowd is kind of mulling around here a little bit.
Yeah, it got awful quiet here, waiting for the big explosion.
I think the great match at 29 and then the injury at 41 sort of lulled the crowd. Right. Albany's trying to stand up and get out. Gant holding on.
Again, let me give you those dates of what's coming up on Channel 8. The regional wrestling tournament, the finals from Brick Memorial next weekend will be seen on Channel 8 Monday, March 10th, and also Friday, March 14th at 8:30 p.m. And the Ocean County CYO Basketball Championship from Ocean County College will be seen Sunday night, March 9th at 8 p.m. and Wednesday night, March 12th at 8:30 p.m. That'll be also the All-Star Awards for high school basketball on that CYO telecast.
Okay, Albany's did finally get out there and escape to make it 8-2.
And Don Musselman's going to be with us this year for the regional.
Right, he was up at Harvard next year. Last year.
Last 2 years.
So all three of us will be together over at Brick Memorial.
Coming into my home turf now, Brick Memorial.
It's nice to see Cliff Adams and Mary Beth Duffy got back from vacation. I was talking to Cliff. He had an enjoyable time.
Where did the two of them go?
Skiing?
Skiing, and I think they also went warm weather place.
Smuggler's Notch.
I was down in Durham, North Carolina, listening to the Duke students heap the abuse on Digger Phelps of Notre Dame while they were skiing. That was unreal, sitting behind a Notre Dame bench.
And I was working, Don. What about you?
Yeah, me too.
You guys are working while Cliff, Mary Beth, and I were enjoying ourselves.
Must be nice. 8-3. Gant received a escape point there. 47 seconds left.
It was interesting to hear Al McGuire of NBC TV. Last Sunday, they were touting the upcoming Carolina-Duke game on national television, calling Duke the zoo because of the students down there, and I can attest that he's right in that.
Neutral position yet.
And looking for the 2 to make this match a little closer, and they're in a stalemate.
29 seconds.
Of course, Don's used to those rowdy college students having gone to some Harvard ice hockey games.
Harvard-Yale ice hockey.
They get a little wild, don't they, Don?
Yeah, Harvard's usually in the top 10 in ice hockey in the country. 20 seconds to go.
Albany's looking for the 2 and picks it up. 10-2. I'm sorry, 10-3.
10 seconds.
Dean Albany's, we can mention, last year was out of the districts due to illness. So he picks up his first district title right here at 158 pounds.
Puts him closer to that 200-point mark. Our district champ, 158, Brick Memorial, Dean Albany's. 10-3 decision over Don Gant, times over East.
Now we'll go to the awards for 148.
For 148. Third place goes to the Lakewood Piners, Leonard Thomas. Runner-up.
Leonard Thomas.
From Lacey.
Third place finisher.
Kevin Muller.
Kevin Muller, the runner-up at 48. And this year's winner,
district champion for 1986, 148. From the Golden Eagles of Central Regional, Sean Myers.
Myers, Muller, and Thomas, 148-pound place winners.
That's quite a family there. Sean Myers and Jeff Parker, Keith Parker, Kevin Parker, all from the same family. Great wrestlers.
170. There you saw a good picture of Bob Martin and Bob Pesco from
Bob Martin, senior, and from Highlands Regional, senior Bob Pesco.
Martin comes in with a 23-3 record, having been a district champion last year, a regional champion, and a third place finisher in the States at 170 pounds last year.
And this is the first of 2 Pesco brothers you're going to see. His brother Lester, the younger one, is coming up next at 188.
This is the older brother, Les being a sophomore. Bobby comes in 19-3-1.
The third place in this weight class went to Lakewood's Eric Wideneck, and he is a senior, I believe, and he beat Matt Opacity, a junior of Lacey, 5-4.
Okay, no score, a minute 15. Bobby Martin trying to go behind.
This could be a very interesting bout right here. Martin, a heavy favorite, but Pesco has been wrestling very well in the tournament.
This is our second Brick Memorial Highlands matchup in the finals.
Cradle on.
Highlands won the previous one at 108. Schofield beating Pulsifer.
Okay, Martin, a lot more aggressive than we've seen him of late. Picks up 3 back, makes it 5-0.
35 seconds to go.
Martin was shocked earlier in the season. We talked about that in one of our dual meets.
Right back on his back.
Got pinned 3 times earlier.
Gonna get more back points here.
2 more. 7-0. He's all over Bobby Pesco here.
Bobby's had to drop a lot of weight this year. Bobby Martin.
Right, back in the fall, he was somewhere in the 200 range.
So that may have been the cause of his slump early in the season.
Right, most people think that was it. 7-0 lead for Bobby Martin going into period number 2.
He looks much more sure of himself. Looks ready.
He takes the neutral position after winning the flip.
Bob and Lester Peshko, two tough brothers. They combine on a football team as well as in wrestling. Lester starting as a freshman last year when Bob was a junior. Now they've been together this year, and they wrestle one behind the other.
Both in on the head.
Minute 41. 40 counting here.
They lock up.
Period 2.
Upper body. Mark tried to set it up for a throw.
Bill Federico, the head coach of Pinlands, also kind of the quiet type like Caravella. He's done a super job like Tony C has done.
Pesco trying to get the legs, but Martin keeps sprawling back. Just doesn't seem like Bobby's arms are long enough.
Pinlands travels the farthest for these districts from Tuckerton.
Third place in the districts. Quite an accomplishment
for a Group 1 school to come in here.
Considering they are the smallest, I would think.
Them and Lacey are...
Well, I would say, I don't know where Monsignor Donovan, what size they are.
True, right.
Lacey's going to move up to B Division next year.
Well, Donovan is in Parochial A, so they're probably bigger.
So I would say that probably Pinelands is the smallest. And here they are in third place.
Out of bounds, 23 seconds to go in the period, second period. On deck, the opponent for Lester Peshko, the brother of Bob, will be Chuck Lanzel, Toms River North.
Okay, we spent the whole period here with no points scored.
Or no stalling warnings either. Which means that both boys are trying to work.
End of 2.
Remains 7-0, Bobby Martin. Pesco takes the top position, giving the choice.
Probably figures he needs the pin.
He's got to get the pin, or quite a few number of back points. One thing he didn't want is Martin to escape, which he just did, and makes it 8-0. Lock up top. Martin, who came out like a ball of fire, has sort of settled down here after that 7-0 lead in period number 1.
I think the strategy's different. So all you have to do is win. He doesn't need to worry about team points or anything else. So all he wants to do is come in first if he can here, so he gets the best seed he possibly can in the regionals. So once you get an 8-point lead here, the pen is not paramount.
Right, major decisions, superior decisions don't really mean anything.
Don't mean a thing here right now. They did, as the team, they did in the earlier matches when the team title was undecided.
Okay, Pesco got a stalling warning there for backing up.
Ed, are we allowed to make an announcement on your coaching plans for next year? Is that official? Can we say that?
Well, it's not official yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going back to coach with the Raiders next year, right?
And Ed Sarluca coming back to work with Tom Zarese, who's coaching up at Ocean Township last year under George Connie.
Right, Coach Snyder was nice enough to ask me to come back, and, you know...
You're glad to be back.
I'm glad to be back. We're
glad to have you back.
10-0.
Yeah, I missed your cable 8 up there.
Oh, always nice to have one of our staff on a staff, so we have a little inside information there.
Now we're down to 20 seconds here in period 3. Bobby Martin in the commanding 10-0 lead.
Oh,
That's the cradle line. That's Petchko in problem.
10 seconds.
Bobby Martin on his way to a major.
And this one will end 13-0 in favor of Bobby Martin.
Superior decision.
Martin's second title. On his way to the regions. I think we're going to see a lot of Bobby Martin in the States this year. And I think that puts him over the 200, Donovan.
His second, Bob Martin, Brick Memorial. Superior decision over Bob Petchko of Pinlands.
Okay, we're going to take a break now, and we'll be
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement to make at this point. 58.
For the award presentation.
The third place finisher, the Wildcats of Pinlands, Dave Johnson.
Where was that confirmed? Did you confirm that? You think we said. He does have to, they do have the points, though.
The runner-up?
Oh, we don't. We have
from the Raiders of Tom's River East, Don Gant.
Don Gant picks up the runner-up
and champion.
And the champion, Dean Albanese.
1986 at 158 from the Mustangs of Brick Memorial, Dean Albanese.
Coach Lundy, Bill Lundy, giving Dean his medal and bracket, very aptly prepared by Jim Vescovi.
Now wrestling, 188 pounds.
Drafting teacher here at Tom's River East does a nice job on the
Chuck Lanzel.
On the brackets for
Pinlands Regional, Lester Petchko.
188 pounds, Les Petchko and Chuck Lanzel. Petchko from Pinlands, Lanzel from the Mariners of Tom's River.
It's interesting, they had brothers. There's the Lanzel brothers and the Petchko brothers.
Right.
In the tournament today.
Kenny Lanzel went out in the earlier rounds. That's only a sophomore. So,
you know, Dick Patton used to say last year when he was a freshman on the football telecast, Lester, only a freshman Petchko. That was his name, they call him. The kids used to start calling him that. Only a freshman Petchko. Now here he is, a sophomore in a district wrestling final. Quite an athlete.
What do they feed him down there?
And he was a big kid as a freshman.
And he's bigger now. Lanzel, the Mariners' only wrestler in the finals here. Coach Baldi, Coach Verderosa in the corner.
Lanzel, I think, kind of epitomizes the wrestler at Tom's River North in recent years. That lanky, that tall, lanky look, the long legs.
1 minute to go. Here in the first period, no score.
Lanzel, of course, also a football player for Coach Clary at Tom's River North.
Remember Ron Thatcher, North's great wrestler, down at Temple now doing.
Right, I read in the paper where he finished second in a tournament out there very recently. Did a nice job this year.
Thatcher, a wrestler, got a late start in high school and really came on.
Petchko on an ankle pick.
Nice ankle pick, and Lanzel falls behind 2-0, looking for the reverse. Does get out for the escape. No, he's still down. No escape.
Mike Baldi, the coach of the Mariners, in his corner with one of his former wrestlers,
John Verderosa.
Assistant coach John Verderosa, who wrestled at this weight class. I don't know if we mentioned third place. I don't think I did.
Nope.
Desmond Hussey of Tom's River East took third place over Tom Norwood of Brick Memorial. Hussey, a junior, beat a sophomore. He pinned him in 1 minute 49 seconds.
I see both heavyweight wrestlers, Don, banging their heads against the wall in opposite corners. What do you think?
I can't wait.
Petchko, 2-0 lead, 12 seconds to go. Period number 1. Lanzel looking for the reverse. Petchko does a nice job of countering it.
At the end of the period, 2-0.
There's a gentleman taking photographs right on the mat in the Pinelands, just off to the side of the Pinelands coaching corner. He's been photographing throughout this tournament for Pinelands. He's wearing a green sweater. That man's name is Carson. His wife has a field hockey dynasty at Pinelands. She's taking a 1-year leave of absence this year. She'll be back next fall. And I was told by Joe Zidels he beat Dan McCullough in high school, Ed.
The only
one to beat him?
Yeah, one of the only.
Was he from Southern?
Pardon me?
Was that from Southern Regional? Did he go to Southern Regional?
I don't know if he wrestled in I don't think he wrestled in this area.
Or did he go to Wall High School?
I don't think he wrestled in the Shore area.
Yeah, I think he was from up north somewhere, right?
But anyway, he beat Dan McCullough, 2-time state champion at Brick in high school, and here he is taking pictures for Pinelands tonight. So he was quite a wrestler.
Okay, Pesco from the top position in control of Chuck Lanzel. 2-0.
Pesco looks like a force to be reckoned with in the next couple of years. He's a force to be reckoned with right now.
Of course, he's got to make that important decision next year whether to move up or stay. Probably have to cut some weight and get back down to 188 after the football season.
There you see Mr. Carson right in the corner of your screen there with a camera on the right. I was just talking about.
All right, 1:11 to go here in the second period.
There's a good shot of him there, taking the pictures for Pinelands Regional.
It's a picture of someone taking a picture.
That's Clip Adams taking a picture of Mr. Carson taking a picture.
Okay, 1 minute here.
Maybe he's shooting Clip Adams right now.
Top position. And Lanzel gets the reversal.
And going to pick up the back points. Chucky Lanzel.
Okay, Pesco was hit with a stalling warning there. And correct me if I'm wrong, Don. Shouldn't the match have been stopped there?
No.
A stalling warning on the top.
Yeah.
The match should have been stopped.
It was right in the middle of the move.
Of a reversal, so he probably let it go.
He'd have to let it go. I think he'd have to let it go. 20 seconds.
Out of bounds.
Lanzel, 2 for the reversal and 2 on the back.
And Pesco's either lost his wind or he's got a cramp.
Side.
There you see Lester Pesco, Pinelands. So we have a little pause here. There you see Chuck Lanzel, the Mariners, and Mike Baldi, his coach, on the left. Good shot of Lanzel. And I'm going to remind you on the post-match show, we'll be waiting for the votes of the coaches to see who the most outstanding wrestler is.
This is a hard one to pick.
Well, it hurt Bonicia by not having a match there, so you have to probably throw him out. Tony Mangione, you know, he looked awful tough. Probably had the toughest opponent in the final. So
Scholfield looking good.
Before the heavyweight, I'm going to go with Tony Mangione.
You got Martinez, who's undefeated.
Who's undefeated, yes.
And we'll also be talking to the Mustangs. Of course, they're going to end up the team champion here. They already have clinched.
You got Lou Schofield's undefeated.
Five seconds. We have. I think Pesco is really being
I think he's hurting.
Physically hurting right now on the side. He was holding his side when he went down before.
6 seconds left, period number 2. 4-2 lead for Chuck Lanzel from Toms River North.
There's the end of the period.
Lanzel takes the down position. very quickly signaled the down position there. Very
got all the
confident that he
media
can escape.
giants here tonight, guys. Joe Zadalis, John Hurl Livingston, Zadalis of the Press, Livingston of the Times Observer, and also Joe Androvich is here from the Reporter. There's Mr. Carson. I forget his first name. Just told to me last night.
Only media person I don't see is Kevin Williams, who almost broke his ankle the other night playing basketball.
He was probably covering a hoop game this afternoon, Kevin. I tell you, to get to everything at this time of the year, you need almost your own airplane.
We always talk about that, why they have the Shore Conference basketball finals the same day as the district tournament.
Well, you remember 2 years ago I had to miss the afternoon to go do the Southern Regional girls victory in the finals over Neptune.
Right.
That was Jill Spaschik's team.
Who's out in New Mexico State?
Right. That was the only time I've missed part of this tournament.
Minute and 16 seconds to go. 4-2 lead.
That was a busy day for Channel 8, going up to Brick Memorial and doing the Southern Regional basketball victory by the girls, and then rushing down here to do the finals here at East that night.
Chuck Lanzel trying to come out. Lanzel, I should say.
And there's the reversal. Lanzel, 6-2.
2 with a minute. Nine seconds.
Be right back. Lanzel now with a 6-2 lead going into the last 49 seconds of this match. Just got to hold on. Looking for some back points.
Trying to pull the wrist back. "30 seconds remaining here. This 188-pound bout. Chucky Lanzel looks like he might be on his way to winning the district championship. Down to 10 seconds. Chuck trying to put the cradle on, no go.
There it is. Lanzel wins it. 6-2?
Yes.
6-2 final.
Our district champion, 188, from Tonsor North Mariners, Chuck Lanzel, 6-2 decision over Lester Peshko of Pinlands. Now the awards for 170. Third place finisher from the Lakewood Piners, Eric Wideneck.
Wideneck,
runner-up,
Lakewood,
Pinlands Regional, Bob Peshko. The district champion for 1986 from the Brick Memorial Mustangs, Bob Morton.
Bobby Peshko and Bobby
There's
Morton.
Mr. Morton, quite a wrestler.
With the Jim McMahon headband.
Yes.
Now wrestling. Heavyweight.
Here's the big one.
Top seeded from Tomsburg High School East, senior Tim Rioux, and a junior from Central Regional, Golden Eagles, Matt Parks. Remind the coaches to get their most outstanding wrestling bouts in as soon as possible after this match. Also, coaches, Seagull Lundy for your tickets to the regionals.
Rioux and Parks.
Parks has been beaten once.
That was by Robbie Connors.
It's not bad.
No.
Three-time district champion at Jackson.
That was a 13-8 score.
Third place finisher in the States last year at 188.
Two bear hugs here.
Going on here.
Whoa, Timmy gets
Bear
it.
hug.
That's to do it very quickly.
Could be quick.
Parks got to fight off his back. And he does it. Timmy picks up 2 back. That makes it 4-0.
I better get this in a hurry. You never know with the heavyweights. Third place went to Dean Canabrocchi, Brick Memorial. He pinned John Hempin, Toms of the North, 4 minutes, 35 seconds.
In the semifinals, Canabrocchi and Parks had a barn burner, and it was some match that really spent both kids.
Parks almost pinned. He just couldn't
11-6
both shoulders
victory,
down.
right.
Rioux, how'd he do?
Rioux had 3 pins coming in. 128, 127 in 4 minutes. So he's had a pinning tournament. And I think Timmy's also one of the leading candidates for outstanding wrestler of this tournament.
Both were outstanding tackles in football this year.
But of course, Park's only a sophomore, so he's going to be heard from in the future. Might be one of the determining choices of Les Pesco to stay down at 188, with Parks also a sophomore.
I went to school with his mother.
Timmy trying to turn him, and he does.
Got Parks in trouble. You see Keith Parker counting.
6 seconds left in this period. Timmy's got to lean. And that'll end it. 3 more back. That makes it 7-0 in favor of Timmy Rioux.
Parks looked like he was...
Parks wins the flip and chooses the top position. He's looking for a throw here, Don.
I was saying I went to school with Parks' mother, the former Debbie Ellis.
He took neutral, Ed.
Right, took neutral, looking for a throw.
Yep. Looking for a 5-pointer.
Timmy really looking mean and lean at about 255. Parks in at about 253.
Last year, Timmy was, what, about 300 at this time?
Well, probably about 290.
Another bear hug.
Got the bear hug and the throw. Right to his back.
Half south.
This should do it right here.
Pretty tough here. Oh! That Parks scrambles hard off his back. Give Timmy 3 more, making his score 12. He's a
12-0. He's three away from a technical fall. Timmy Rioux undefeated, 15-0-1, and Parks 19-1. So 2 outstanding wrestlers here. Timmy holding a 12-0 lead.
By the way, guys, Don Musselman was right on Carson. He went to Wall High School.
Wall High School, right.
His first name is Glenn Carson. He beat Dan McCullough when he was a senior at Wall. McCullough was a freshman, 6-3. McCullough beat him the same year in a return match, 6-3.
Glenn Carson, I remember now.
Thanks to Joe Zadalis. We went and checked with Dan McCullough on that.
Harry Whitley was probably the coach. He usually is always here refereeing. It's a good possibility.
Took a year off this year, Harry, didn't he?
Yeah.
First time we haven't had Harry Whitley here officiating these districts since I can remember.
28 seconds left.
The memory comes back, but it just takes a little while.
Glenn Carson of Wall High School.
Half Nelson
And
there.
there's the 3 that'll probably give him the technical fall if he doesn't pin him. It will give Timmy the technical fall. That's 3.
There it is.
That's it.
Technical fall.
That makes it at 3 minutes, 53 seconds. 3:53 for Timmy Rioux, our first technical fall of the night.
Here's our first technical fall of the final round. goes to Tim Rioux, Tom's River East. The time of the fall, 3 minutes, 53 seconds over Matt Parks of Central Regional.
Timmy Rioux with his first district title.
Also, just get your most outstanding ballots in as soon as possible and pick up your regional tickets from Mr. Lundy.
There's 11 places.
Well, that gives each their second winner tonight. Brick Memorial had 5 winners. Monsignor Donovan 1, Pinlands South, Central, and North with 1 each.
Okay, Ken, you see the crowd coming out?
Here's the final team points. Brick 11, Lakewood 22, Monsignor Donovan 34, Southern Regional 31, Central Regional 60, Tom's River South 62, Tom's River North 68.5, Lacey 69.5, Pinlands 85, Tom's River East 127.5, and our 1986
Brick Memorial
district champions, Brick Memorial Mustangs,
team points.
Coach Tony Caravella, 203 team points.
Okay, Ken, all Brick Memorial.
Have the awards presentations for the last 2 weight classes.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute.
We'll be back. And Chuck Lanzel. See the 3 winners there. Stay with us for the announcement of the District Coach of the Year and the Most Outstanding Wrestler, along with interviews.
That's correct.
We'll have Coach Caravella, the team winner, and we're going to try and get the Most Outstanding Wrestler on with us.
Now the heavy Brick Memorial team count Rocky. The runner-up from Central Regional, Matt Parks, and the 1986 district champion from Tom's River East Raiders, Tim Rioux.
Okay, Timmy Rioux picks up his heavyweight medal. Matt Parks and Dean Canabrocki. And now we're all waiting for the announcement for the outstanding wrestler. There's the 3 winners. Good shot at Timmy Rioux. Nice little smile.
The Most Outstanding Wrestling Award, as voted by the coaches here in District 26, the George Schrader Award, this year goes to the Raiders' Tony Mangione, outstanding wrestler.
Tony Mangione picks up the Outstanding Wrestler Award. Senior wrestler beat Scotty Kirsch in a great match, 5-4.
Hopefully we'll see the 2 wrestle next week.
I'm sure we'll see them 2 in the regional finals next week.
Dave, can you get him over here? We're going to try to get him over here. That's good. That's good. And our Coach of the Year for
the District 24 Coach of the Year.
26, Tony Caravella.
There's the Tony Caravella from the Memorial Mustangs.
Get a haircut.
They're all
And
hauling
the
for
fans are yelling for Tony to get his haircut. Okay, Ken, we do have Tony Mangione with us.
Let me get in here. Come on in here, Tony.
Outstanding wrestler for the Raiders.
And let him sit down here. I'll get out of the way. Tony, sit down. Go ahead, Ed.
Okay, Tony. Congratulations. Not only a big win against Scott Kirsch, but also the most outstanding wrestler this year in District 24.
Thanks.
Tony, you have to have some thoughts. How do you feel right at the moment?
I don't know. I'm very happy that I won.
Because you know you're in pretty good company. You know Memorial's #1 team in the state, so there's obviously a lot of good kids here, and also on all the other teams. And to pick that up under these circumstances is certainly a tribute to you.
Thanks. It was a tough match. I think
me and him have a possibility of meeting 2 more times, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're hoping so, and we'd like to be there to watch it.
Yeah, me too.
Well, Tony, this is a little surprise for me because Tony sort of hangs out down in our phys ed office down here all throughout the year, and he's never at a loss for words, and I've never seen him like this. It's quite an honor to get that Outstanding Wrestler Award, and we realize you're choked up a little bit, but how'd you do it tonight against Kirsch? 5-4, you held on at the end there. What do you think?
Just tried my best. I don't know what to say.
Don?
Okay, next week, regional tournament. Wrestling gets a little bit tougher. Hopefully it's Scotty Kirsch and you again in the finals. Is there any other kids you have to worry about?
I'd say the kid from Madison Central, if he won tonight, I don't know. Jim McCauley. Him and Kirsch had a real good match last year, 4-2. So I figure he's probably the other top kid there. He'll probably get 2nd seed.
Okay. So it should be good. So then it's hopefully you and Scotty and someone else on to Princeton too.
Hope so.
Hope so up there.
Hey, go home and shine that trophy. Keep it up on the mantle for a couple years, eh? Thank you a lot, Tony.
Don't let that get away from you, Tony.
Okay, now we're going to go to Ken, where he has Tony Caravella, the Coach of the Year of the #1 in the state Memorial Mustangs.
Okay, over here is Tony C., the man who's had quite a year in high school wrestling. This has got to be like a dream season for you, Tony. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Ken. It really was. I didn't think we could go all the way, but we did. We just kept it plugging all year. We wound up winning everything.
Yeah, you certainly did. #1 team in the state of New Jersey. You won the dual meet schedule in Class A South. You won the Shore Conference tournament. You came in here tonight and set a record. We don't think it's ever been done before, a team scoring over 200 points. And, of course, you take the Coach of the Year honors. And how about commenting on some of these kids tonight you had here in the finals?
Well, the whole bunch of them, all 12, did a great job just to place. So our goal was to get at least 10 guys placing. And when we got 12, we knew we were really wrestling well. And I was happy with every guy in the finals. They all performed to their 100% capability. Every boy, even the ones that lost. It was you always have to have some guys losing, but I was happy.
I guess Bonicia had to be a little disappointed. He didn't get to wrestle all the way through tonight because of the injury to Palazzo.
He likes to wrestle. He was really bummed out. He's physical, and a lot of times that could happen because he's physical like that. But I really hope that Bob's all right. He's a good wrestler. It was unfortunate, but Peter, he likes to wrestle. He doesn't like to win that way.
Bobby Martin had that slump early in the season. He had to drop a lot of weight, but he sure came back strong.
Yeah, Bobby, once he got that weight down and stabilized, I knew he'd be back, and he really came back with vengeance. I think he's going to go all the way.
And how about this staff? You got DeAndrea, who coached at Manalapan. You got Danny McCullough coming back out of retirement, back in high school coaching. And what's it like to work with these guys?
Well, and Chris Cook also, he's done a great job. We have the best staff around. You're only as good as your assistant coaches, and I'm glad that I got these guys. I hope they stay with me.
They were yelling, shave his head, get a haircut. He's the only one on the staff or on the team that didn't shave his head.
Tomorrow.
You're going to go through that?
Tomorrow, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations. It's nice to be able to talk to the coach of the #1 team in the state. It's an honor for us.
Thanks a lot, Ken.
Okay, Tony Caravella. And that's about going to do it for us. And I'll tell you, one thing, he remains the same level. He hasn't changed all the success this year.
I can remember, Ken, when we were watching him wrestle in District 25 at that time, right here in Ocean County, and his demeanor and his maturity as a coach is obvious.
I'll tell you, it's been fun. It's been a long tournament. I want to mention our crew because I tell you, the camera shots tonight were outstanding. Clip Adams was down on that mat tonight and got some really good close-ups. You could see the emotion, the expressions in the face of the wrestlers tonight. And, of course, Joan Kerwick and one of our camera girls tonight down at one end there was working, and she did a good job. Lisa White was down, and Joan was upstairs tonight. And Mary Beth Duffy, of course, directing out in the truck, and our chief engineer, Joe Aday. Thanks a lot, gang, for a good job. This is a tough thing to come in and cover. They did a nice job tonight. And we'll have the regionals next week. I hope you'll be with us. And, of course, the CYO game coming up also. So stay tuned to Channel 8, and that's going to do it. Thanks, guys.
Brick Memorial, here we come.
All right. For Ed Sarluca, for Don Musselman, I'm Ken Turp. I hope you enjoyed it. Good night.